Close your eyes and imagine just for a second being born. Now imagine facing adversity from the moment you are delivered into a doctor's arms. There is a label attached to this child, a negative label and negative experience. Disabled. Disabled to do what? There is an immediate assumption. Bam! That's it. You can't do anything. You will live in a vegetative state for the rest of your life. You won't amount to anything, ever. I was born into a family that was poor. We immigrated from Mexico, spoke no English, and didn't know our rights. My mother could have given me up for adoption. She knew this was out of the question. Her maternal instincts kicked in immediately. My mother challenged the mindset of this doctor and the rest of the world. She agreed to give me up for adoption under one condition. The doctor had to agree to give up his recently born child as well. Naturally, he thought it was ridiculous that he give up his child for adoption when his child was able-bodied. That was the only real difference between us. Like his daughter, I too had a spirit that came to earth with a purpose. My mother knew this, and she accepted God's plan and made the wise decision to embark upon this journey. People are born with certain factors in their life. They could be disabled, generic, normal, gay, straight, poor, rich, whatever. The universe and that person have an intimate conversation upon contact with life. Every single spirit has their own conversation with God. People that face the most adversity could experience the depths of their own misery or happiness. It's their own choice. They can choose to understand this gift, to inspire and help others, and in doing so, create positive transformation. On the other end, they might never come to this realization out of fear. They are set in claiming the victim mentality, creating greater circumstances of being victimized. It's truly mind over matter. It's attitude. So what mindset are you choosing to live in? And what attitude are you choosing each day? Because it is with our mind that we create our present circumstances. I know from experience that as I choose to be a beacon of empowered mindset, my life is always getting better. Just as a lotus grows from the mud, it takes shit to feed the soil, then grow and blossom, so trust in yourself and in your gifts. When we are born, we know who we are, but as we continue to grow throughout life and amongst judgment and criticisms, we have to wade through our struggles. We have to remember who we are. I'm not here to make it sound easy, because it's been hard, and I've experienced a lot of raw emotions. My best friend in high school was ridiculed for being gay. The students would throw rocks at him because he didn't fit the mold. That was his adversity. We were teased together, him for being gay and me for being disabled. It was at this time that I loathed my disability. I hated myself even more. I was angry at myself for being disabled. They called me a crippled bitch, and I believed it. Every fiber of my being believed in their perspectives of me. I didn't know how powerful words could be. Now I do. Even my own familia would constantly say, "Ay, pobrecita." Poor little girl? Are you kidding me? These perspectives were damaging to my psyche. My blood was boiling with pent-up anguish every time I heard those words. It was as if I was hardly ever called Yanet. My grandmothers constantly pointed out how different I was. It didn't matter what I did. I could simply lift a finger and they would say, "Ay, pobrecita." This pissed me off, and it hurt so bad, but now I know it was only their ignorance talking. Nonetheless, I would play the woe is me card. I would have a conversation at night with God and ask, why me? Comparing myself to the abilities of my brothers and sisters, I hated myself, and in a way I hated God for creating me this way. I was angry because I felt like I couldn't stand up for the truth, the deep down truth, the truth of my vivacious spirit, ready and willing to transform into an influential goddess of humanity. When I made this connection, I was finally able to realize God's plan. I began to slowly let go of the crippled bitch mentality, which resonated in my mind and spirit for so long. What I deeply wanted in my heart was for people to connect with me. It could be as simple as exchanging a hello on the street with a stranger. You say hello to someone, but they don't even acknowledge your existence, and that hurts. Life is about being able to connect with people on many levels. When we see a circumstance that we don't understand, we shy away. We avoid connection with that human being. What we don't realize is that if we just took time to get to know this person with this disability or that homeless person on the street, we could then remember more of who we are. And if we do that, we might just realize that we are all one. Our needs are all the same. We all want to love and be loved in return. I'm here to tell you that anything that we struggle with, we can change. It begins by making a conscious decision. We can change our perspectives and we can change our lives. At one point, I felt too visible, sticking out like a sore thumb. But instead of wanting to be less visible, I wanted my voice to be heard. Thank God and thank the universe, because I felt the transformation in my mind, body, and spirit. This disability is a gift. It is a gift from God. It is a gift from my higher power, myself, and my universe. This is a disability I have nurtured and embraced wholeheartedly. I understand now. I realize that I was given this gift to cultivate awareness of self-love. Something I love to say with my friends is change the channel. If this channel isn't working for you and you're looking for a better picture on your screen, it's that simple. Change the channel. Eventually, I changed the channel and I had a life-altering epiphany that, oh my God, I chose this body. I chose this life. I chose this circumstance. I realized that I needed to embrace myself, love myself, and what I created myself to be. It's not an accident that I was born to be feisty, because I'm feisty as all hell. I didn't always know that I loved myself. I didn't always know that since birth I was destined to have this inner strength and courage. I had to remember it. The universe puts people into our lives to remind us of this greatness. God speaks through people to help us understand that there is power and purpose in each one of our lives. Life is truly about remembering who we are, no matter what setbacks we have in our life. If we are a single parent struggling to make ends meet, a homosexual person being ostracized from family and friends, someone struggling with body image or drug addiction, it doesn't matter. We all face adversities. Life is truly about remembering who we are and remembering to take these struggles and turn them into something which creates more beauty in the world. I'm here to help you remember who you are. I'm sitting here before you today and know with clarity that this is not a mistake. Everyone here in this room is meant to be here today. We are all here to share ideas, to share our life stories, and to realize that we are never alone in our search for meaning and purpose. Let me ask you this. Have you considered your purpose in the universe? Have you remembered your purpose from the womb?